Is Los Angeles a safe city to live in? That's probably the number one question I get from clients, family, friends thinking about moving and relocating to the Los Angeles area. And the short answer is, well, it depends. And I don't mean to be vague here, but it really does depend on what part of LA you live in. Los Angeles is such a huge city, 500 square miles, different types of regions, different types of places. And like any other big city, you are going to have some crime problems, and there are some safer areas, and there are some not so safe areas. Now, in this video, I am going to go over the top 5 safest neighborhoods in Los Angeles according to niche.com. I do want to be clear that this is not my own opinion. I didn't do any research on this. I just went to niche.com and went off of their lists. And so if you want, I highly recommend doing your own research. But what I'm going to do in this video is not so much go over the crime stats or anything like that, but really kind of give you an idea of where these neighborhoods are in relation to the rest of Los Angeles, and also go over kind of what to expect, a little bit of the lifestyle, what you can find in these neighborhoods to help you make a better decision when making the move to Los Angeles. I'm curious to hear why you're thinking about making the move, so comment below. I'd love to hear why and what areas that you're thinking about making a move in, and maybe I'll make videos specific to that, or you can certainly reach out to me and I can give you a little bit more detailed information. So going forward, we're going to pull up some maps to show you some of these neighborhoods. I also want to clarify that in this video and on this list, it does not include cities within Los Angeles. It may sound kind of funny, but LA County, we have a lot of cities within LA, like Santa Monica, Manhattan Beach, Torrance, Culver City. These are not going to be on the list, even though you'd probably find them on safer areas to live in. This is going to be neighborhood specific, so it does not include cities. So I just want to clarify that as well. So let's just jump into the map and we'll get started with the first area on niche.com. All right, the first neighborhood we're going to pull up here on the map is West Los Angeles. Now, West LA can mean a lot to many different people, including locals and natives that have been just living here for their whole lives. You'll get different answers based on who you ask. It could refer to the whole western portion of Los Angeles, including the coastal cities. In this particular video, it's going to be geared towards a specific neighborhood. And so I'm going to pull this map up right here, and I'm going to circle it so you have a better idea. It's within this circled area. This would be the West Los Angeles neighborhood. You can see it's kind of outlined, this red dotted outline here. You can see where it is in relation to the rest of West LA or Los Angeles. You've got the 405 freeway running north and south here. This connects you into the San Fernando Valley. If you continue going north, it'll connect you to the South Bay if you continue going south. You also have the 10 freeway, which is an east-west freeway. Going west, you'll hit Santa Monica Beach, and going east, you'll go into the downtown area. This road here, this thicker line here, this represents Santa Monica Boulevard. This is another big street that'll run east-west from Santa Monica all the way into the downtown area, and this will take you through Beverly Hills and West LA. So you are close to UCLA and Westwood area. So a lot of people that work on the campus tend to live in this area. You're also close to Culver City. You can see how the outline of the circle to the southeast here. You're close to Brentwood, which has a very popular place. Got San Vicente, some great shopping there, great dining, great farmers market there. Okay, so let's scroll in here and take a look about this neighborhood a little bit more in detail. So right here, I wanted to point out something that's really kind of cool. When living in West LA, you are right in the heart of the Sawtelle Japantown. This is a very iconic cultural place. It has a rich Japanese history here, and you're going to find some really cool. I'm going to drop little guy here so we can get a better idea of what this looks like. So this is kind of the start of it. You're at Pico and Sawtelle. You've got some newer condos, newer apartment buildings. I'm getting us in the trees here. Let's get out of here. So over here, you have shopping centers all up and down the Sawtelle Boulevard in this area here. And this is going to be a mix of restaurants, shopping. They've got businesses in this area, but it's really cool. It's got a nice little bar scene, and it has a bit of a nightlife here. So if you live in and around this area, it's very walkable, and a lot of people do, and it is a destination to go to. And so I wanted to point that out because it's very unique to Los Angeles. And a lot of people love coming here. They've got the Bowling Festival during the summer, so really neat there. You also have a lot. You're also close to other cultural destinations like the Hammer Museum in the UCLA area. And if you continue, let me scroll out here. You've also got the Getty Museum up north, up over in this, going towards the San Fernando Valley. In addition to these cultural destinations, you also have nice park amenities. You've got Stoner Park here. And so this is a great little park to go to. It's a great little park to go to. You've got a rec center here. You've got baseball fields, playgrounds. So a good little spot. They also have a skate park here, actually, I believe. It's a little bit, it's been there for a little while, but you don't find that in too many park areas. So that's a pretty cool spot. And I wanted to point out going over here, where are we? Pull back here. You've got over here, I'm going to circle it. You've got the library here. This is a small little branch of the library. So if you got family, you've got kids, it's a nice place to go. Take them and go for the day, go for events. They got readings, book readings there for kids. So a nice little spot to go. I used to go there all the time when I was younger. Now, as far as homes and where you'd be living here, so to the east of the 405 freeway, right in this area here where my mouse is circling, you've got some single family homes. More single family homes are going to be east of that freeway. When you go to the west of the freeway, you're going to have more apartments and condos. So just kind of keep that in mind, depending on what you're looking for when making the move here. I'm going to scroll back in here. Over here in this Pico, along Pico Boulevard, this used to be the West Side Pavilion. It's some big indoor mall that I used to go to when I was younger. It is now defunct. It is empty. Google had purchased this and they were going to make a big complex, but pretty recently they backed out. I guess a lot of more people are working from home these days, so they're not going to build their mega complex here. Instead, UCLA actually bought it out, and they're going to be using it as kind of an extension of their big hospital and their medical field there. So it is going to get used here. And let me see if I can drop a person here. Used to be a movie theater here. There's got this bridge that crosses. And so this whole complex is now going to be a mixed use, as well as UCLA owning it. And we'll see what they end up really doing with it. But that'll be a big draw for people living in the area or who are going to be working at UCLA Medical Center, especially right there. I'm a Apple Pan. This is a famous restaurant, kind of a 50s diner. My dad went there when I was a kid. He took me there tons. It is a awesome hamburger. They got the hickory smoked burger. Highly recommend it. And so, yeah, if you're looking for good food, that's it. So they've got restaurants up and down Pico Boulevard, all along this there. Some shopping, but you're going to find some good restaurants there. If you're thinking about buying a home, you're probably looking at 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot home for about $1,700,000. And if you're thinking about buying a condo in the area, 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,500 square feet, median price is going to be about $950,000. So this is West LA, kind of in a nutshell, where it's located. It's pretty central to the western portion of Los Angeles, so you can really get to a lot of different places. And I mentioned really close to the beach. You're about 10, 15 minutes away. From downtown Los Angeles, you're about 45 minutes to an hour away. As a reminder, I'm Dave Fine with the Real Estate Dads at eXp Realty. My team and I love helping people move and relocate to the Los Angeles region and the surrounding areas. So if you are thinking about making that move, make sure you reach out to us at the contact information below, and my team and I will certainly get a hold of you. Also, hit the subscribe button, tap the bell to get notified for any new videos. Hit the like button if you like what you see. And again, we'd love to hear all of your comments, so make sure you comment below. All right, the next area of one of the safer neighborhoods in Los Angeles is going to be the Cheviot Hills Rancho Park area. I'm going to draw a circle around it so you have an idea where it is, and that's right in this circle here. So it's actually pretty adjacent to the West LA neighborhood, and as you can see, you're still pretty close to the beach, Santa Monica Beach, Venice Beach. 15 minutes or so, 20 depending on traffic. And again, because you're close to West LA, you still are as well close to UCLA, Westwood area. You're a little bit closer to Culver City, the downtown Culver City area. So that's a really cool spot to be. Lots of shopping, lots of entertainment there. We're also really close to Century City. This is going to be up in this area here where I'm just north of the circle. You've got a huge indoor outdoor shopping mall, Westfield Shopping Mall. Kind of a little bit more high end shopping there. They've got a great movie theater, great food court, and pretty popular place to be. And you're really close when living in Cheviot Hills to there as well. I'll also point out that in Cheviot Hills, I'm going to scroll in here. You've got Fox Studios right here. So if you are someone that likes to go to tapings or just go on tours, you got Fox Studios here. Plus, a lot of people that live in this Cheviot Hills Rancho Park area, they work here as well because it's so close. I mean, it doesn't work out any better. You don't have to deal with the traffic and all of that. So really close to Fox Studio as well. So the main borders here, Big Pico Boulevard and Manning, Pico Boulevard on the north, Manning on the west, and kind of have this kind of Beverly Drive on the east. And then you can see this wedge over here where this is the 10 freeway. This gray line down here is the 10 freeway here. So what makes this kind of a special neighborhood? Well, one, you see this big green area, it's green space. You've got Rancho Park. It's got a golf academy here. It has the rec center here. And it's really cool to have just right in the middle of a neighborhood that you would live in. And what I like about this is just, again, how much green space that you get in kind of a concrete jungle of Los Angeles. So I'm going to put us right here. I'll start at the rec center right here. This is kind of the opening here. You've got big open fields. You've got plenty of space you got baseball fields. Over here to the left, we have the actual rec center. I've coached here plenty of times, youth basketball at the rec center over here. There's a pool, there's tennis courts in that area. And actually behind these lights further over here, you've got archery center, which is pretty unique. I think that's pretty cool. And so that's going to be this portion. You see motor. Let me pull this up here. Let me pull a line. Let me draw. So right here, I just drew a red line. To the left of that, west of that, that's where you have this area here is dedicated to the park and the rec center. The rest of this, now I'm drawing here, is golf. Beautiful course. They've got cool tournaments there. They also so they have an 18-hole here. And some of these homes actually have some golf course views, like along this street over here, right here. And then they also have a small 9-hole course. So if you're just learning or just want a quick round, you've got 9-hole right in this area here. So you don't have to spend all day. This portion over here, this is actually a private golf club here that is not part of anything public. So you're gonna have to pay quite a bit to golf over in this area. You are also close to some iconic cultural places as well, including the Museum of Tolerance and some of the other museums I had mentioned before in the West LA area. Let me clear this map. And so there is a distinction between Rancho Park, and I'll show you right now, where you're going to find your amenities and your shopping is going to be kind of on the northern border of this neighborhood, and that's along Pico. Whoa, that's a squiggly line. Right here, that's where you're going to find restaurants, shopping, amenities, right about there. Also along Overland, where I'm drawing the line here, a little bit outside the neighborhood, but super close. Again, that's where you're going to find most of your amenities. Everything within it here is going to be pretty much all housing. Now, you're not going to really find any apartments and condos here, very few. This is going to be mainly single family home. And there is a difference between Rancho Park area and Cheviot Hills, although they are considered pretty connected. So I'm going to show you the Rancho Park area. The Rancho Park section is going to be kind of this circle here in this area, and then the Cheviot Hills area. And so in that Rancho Park area, this is going to be kind of more flat area, some hills, beautiful single family homes. So this also puts you really close to the park here, a park and the library here that I had mentioned before. And then Cheviot Hills is going to be this section here that I'm highlighting right here. Now, this some magnificent homes, massive homes, big pieces of property, pretty much all hillside. And it's very peaceful. It's very quiet. There's really no reason people are traveling in and out of the neighborhood unless you live there. And I guess that's supposedly why it would be probably high on the list of one of the safer neighborhoods. Again, because there's really no reason to go through this unless you live here. I know you always see people walking their dogs out with their kids. And so, pretty popular place. It can be pretty pricey, and we'll get into that right now. Single family home, the median price is going to be for a 4 bedroom, 3 bath house and about 2,900 square feet. You're looking at about $3 million. So, one of the pricier neighborhoods that you're going to find on this list. But again, it's some really beautiful homes and centrally located, as you can see as I scroll out here again. Um, oops, you can see how close it is to the water. And as I keep scrolling out, you got downtown Los Angeles to all the way to the right of my screen here. So we'll scroll back in. Let me just drop a person here in one of these areas so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, what some of these homes look like. A little park kind of in the center here, a little grass area. Um, it's a mix of new kind of construction and old mid-century homes. Take you down Club Drive. It's a pretty popular street to live on. Tree line pretty much everywhere. So yeah, just pretty spectacular homes here in this area. And some of these have some really cool views of Century City and downtown, depending on how high up the hill you can get. All right, next on the list of one of the safer neighborhoods would be Beverlywood. Now, it's kind of funny. You'll see this is also adjacent to the Cheviot Hills area. So we went from West LA going east to Cheviot Hills. Now we're going east to Beverlywood. And I'm going to scroll in here. I'm going to circle it so you, again, can see it a little bit better. We are talking about this area here. This is Beverlywood. So again, adjacent to Cheviot Hills to the west. You can see the ocean to the left. So again, about 20 minutes or so to the water. And then you are close to downtown Culver City, where they have lots of entertainment, great dining. People are always eating outside. They've got a good farmers market there. They've got Arts District 2, which you're super close to. They've got events in this area, in the downtown Culver City area. So it's a really good spot to be as far as entertainment. Now, when you live in the Beverlywood area, again, it's a lot of single family homes, some condos and apartments, but mainly single family home. And it's a mix of kind of flat streets and hillside, hilly property. So we pull here. When you're living, again, you are adjacent to this country club here, also really close to the Cheviot Hills Recreation Center and Golf that I mentioned before. You are also closer to kind of the Pico Robertson district. You're closer to the Miracle Mile, where you have Museum Row, the LA County Art Museum. You've got the La Brea Tar Pits, the Dinosaur Museum. Really cool spot, unique. Been there as a kid, took my kids there. And you are also along La Cienega Boulevard, right here. Let me draw a line. La Cienega Boulevard, major thoroughfare. Robertson, major thoroughfare. Pico, I'm just drawing these lines so you can see where you are in relation to the neighborhood itself. So this is Beverlywood over in this area. And most of your shopping, entertainment, food is going to be along these lines here: Pico, La Cienega, and Robertson. And these will take you, if you go north, they'll take you into Beverly Hills, all the way up into Hollywood area. You've got the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center here, which is a popular hospital. So a lot of doctors and people that work there do tend to live in the Beverlywood, Cheviot Hills area. You also have Kaiser Permanente, another hospital here. So again, close to the neighborhood. So if you are in the medical field, you may want to think about this Beverlywood, Cheviot Hills area if you are looking to work at one of these facilities. I also forgot to mention that you have the Peterson Automotive Museum, which is right around this La Cienega Wilshire area, really cool car museum. if you're into cars, really cool spot. They also have really cool events there as well. So let's get back into the neighborhood itself. Um, Again, I mentioned really close to great dining, big Jewish community around in and around this area. So if you like deli food, it's awesome. Or if you want that community, it's right there. You've got again the Museum of Tolerance really close by for cultural activities, cultural events. And so the neighborhood. Let's jump into here. I'm going to put a person right here. The Circle Park. Um, Kind of in the heart of Beverlywood. You got this green space right there. And again, you've got really nice homes um, all throughout this area. They are big, not quite as big as homes in Cheviot Hills. Oops. But you do have really nice homes here, tree-lined streets. And depending again where you are on the hill, you can have some really cool views of the city. Family and friends that live in this area, and I just love coming in here. It's so quiet and so peaceful. You really, again, it's one of these neighborhoods where you don't need to. I don't know why they have that house blurred out. You don't really. There's no reason to go through these neighborhoods unless you're living here. So pretty quiet, and probably that's why it's also rated as one of the safer neighborhoods. Now, to get a single family home in this area, you're looking a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, about 1,700 square feet. And you're looking about $1,800,000. And for a condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet, you're looking about $1,100,000. Now, again, most of this is going to be single family home. Your condos are going to be closer to the Pico area, Pico and Robertson area, but everything interior is going to be single family homes. All right, next on the list is going to be Palms. Now, again, we're still really close to the Cheviot Hills area. You can see it's kind of all in this area, which has been on the list so far. I promise you the last neighborhood actually will be quite a ways away from here, a little bit of a different area, different flair you'll see. I'd love to hear again if you are looking to make the move to Los Angeles, what areas you are considering moving to and why you're making the move. And my team and I can always be of assistance with getting some more detailed information about those neighborhoods. All right, I'm going to pull up this circle again to show you where Palms is in relation to the rest of the city or the western portion of Los Angeles. So again, you can see Cheviot Hills just to the north of that we had talked about already. And you can see now we're even closer to the ocean. You're about maybe 10 minutes to the water there, Venice Beach, which is really cool. You just shoot down Venice Boulevard right here. This will take you right into Venice and also into pretty much the Marina del Rey area. And so you have kind of that coast. You don't really have a coastal vibe, but a lot of people that live in the Palms area definitely take advantage of how close you are. And there's so much shopping, so much entertainment, and the beach. It's super close, which is really awesome. This also still puts you really close to Culver City. Let me zoom. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to zoom in now. And so Palms is kind of this wedge here between the 405 freeway, Venice Boulevard, this gray line here, and then above it is the 10 freeway. So this wedge here is the Palms area. It's just to the south of that is Culver City. And again, being next to Culver City, you've got downtown Culver City, the Arts District as well. And so great entertainment, great walkability in those areas. And depending on where you live in Palms, easy to walk to too. You just shoot down your neighborhood to Venice, cross Venice, and you're into Culver City. You've got the Culver City Shopping Center. So this is actually an area where you've got a ton of amenities surrounding you. Grocery stores, you got movie theaters, restaurants, shopping, you name it, coffee. It's all right here. And I would say in Palms, I'm going to draw a line here. So in Palms, your single family homes are going to be between Overland, the 405 freeway. So 405 freeway right here to the west. To the east, you've got Overland. North, you're going to have National Boulevard. To the south, you have Venice. Actually, I would argue it's not even really Venice. It's just right there. These are apartments. So this is going to be your single family home area in this area, West Side Village, single family homes. The rest of it in this triangle here is going to be apartments and condos, including this area here. So depending on what you're looking for, that gives you kind of an idea as far as single family homes and condos and apartments. But either way, you're really close to pretty much everything you would want in a neighborhood. Very walkable, especially if you're in the southern portion of Palms. Again, really close to Culver City. Along Venice, I will say this. This isn't on niche.com, but just I know it very well. If you are anywhere near this area here, oops, let me get rid of this. There we go. If you are right in this little pocket here, there is a big homeless encampment here. So you're probably not going to be walking under this freeway underpass or really near there. When I 20, 30 tents, very dirty. So just an FYI that you are going to see that. And along Venice Boulevard, you will see some of that on there. So just because I've experienced, full disclosure, that I wanted to definitely make you aware of that, even though this is on the list of one of the safer neighborhoods in Los Angeles. So let's get rid of that. We also have a little parks and rec area. I mentioned it before, again, because we're all connected to Cheviot in West LA. You've got Palms Park Rec Center as well as the library there. So just north of the neighborhood, cool little spot if you got kids. Also, if you have a family, you've got kids, Clover Elementary School in this West Side Village area, pretty highly rated elementary school. And then you have Palms Middle School. The elementary school is actually going to be right about there. So you can see where it is in relation to the neighborhood. And then the middle school, where are we? Palms, and is going to be right about there. That's the middle school. So really close to each other. Pretty good schools. So just to let you know, if you got school age kids, it's right in your neighborhood. And again, I wanted to point out on Overland here, I'll draw a line there so you have a better sight of it. This street here, lots of newer mid-rise buildings, mixed use right in this area. It's been going on for about 10 years now. So you've got restaurants, shopping on the bottom floors, and then you've got condos and apartments above that, going about 5-6 stories high. And again, putting you right in the middle of this great shopping and entertainment area. So really cool spots, becoming more and more popular. You are close to the Expo line and transportation. If you need to go into Santa Monica or downtown and you don't want to drive, it does put you really close to there as well. All right, as promised, our fifth neighborhood, safer neighborhoods in Los Angeles, according to niche.com, is going to be Porter Ranch. And as I mentioned, this is not anywhere near those other areas that seem to be very concentrated in one area. But Porter Ranch is going to be in the very northern portion of the San Fernando Valley. If you want to get more familiar with the San Fernando Valley, I've got plenty of videos on my channel, so make sure you check those out. But here we are, Porter Ranch. I'm going to circle this here so you can see it a little bit better on the map. Right there. Runs the 118 runs through it, freeway. This is a east-west freeway that connects you into Simi Valley if you can continue going west. And if you go east, you go a little bit along the northern portions of the San Fernando Valley, and eventually it'll connect you to the 405 freeway, which is a major connection to West Los Angeles, where that's where all those neighborhoods we were just looking at. You continue down this freeway. It's about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic, away from where we just were. It also connects you to the 5 freeway, and it connects you to the 210. All of this will bring you into portions of the eastern portions of San Fernando Valley, like into Burbank, Glendale, as well as into downtown if you follow those all the way south. So Porter Ranch is pretty unique in that you get some hillside property, and it's really tucked away against the mountains here. So very different feel from those 4 other neighborhoods we had talked about. I would argue this is definitely a lot more suburban and away from it all. And I'm going to scroll in here, and you can see how much green space. And again, all of these are here. Let me pull up a satellite view so you can kind of get an idea of the mountain range. So you can see the mountains all behind this neighborhood right back here. And so nobody really behind you, makes it very peaceful and quiet. And again, another neighborhood where if you don't live in the area, in the neighborhoods, you're probably not going through them. So that's probably what helps makes it one of the safer neighborhoods. So scrolling in, actually, before I scroll in, so many hiking trails on the screen space outside of Porter Ranch, but even within Porter Ranch, as we scroll in here, you'll see, look at this park space here. You've got golf courses. You also have park spaces. You've got the Wilbur Tampa Park here. You've got Viking Park. You've got Reseda Point, and so many more. Moonshine, Canyon Park, and so forth. You can take a look at the details in the map here. So if you're someone that likes to kind of live closer to nature and you just don't really want to be in the middle of kind of the city life, I'd recommend taking a look at Porter Ranch. Now, this does put you a lot farther away from some of the more urban centers like the west, kind of portions of West LA or downtown Burbank, Glendale. However, if you don't mind commuting or if you work from home, then this would be the spot because there's also a lot of amenities here. And before I do that, though, mainly single family homes, and we'll get into the pricing a little bit later, some condos, some apartments. The further you go up in these neighborhoods, the better the views are. You're going to have some good sized homes. There are some HOAs here to be aware of. Not all the homes fall in an HOA, but yeah, you have some gated communities that have an HOA. You also have some non-gated communities that have an HOA. But just something to be aware of. Again, if you want more specific information, definitely reach out to my team and I, and we'll be happy to get that to you. There is a lot of new build here where they have kind of townhomes and condos, as well as some single family homes with smaller lots. They're kind of packing it in here a little bit with some of their newer construction in Porter Ranch. I'm going to scroll out. Your main shopping and your amenities are going to be along Rinaldi Street. So this line here runs east-west, the bottom portion of a lot of these neighborhoods in Porter Ranch. So when you're living in the neighborhoods, you're going to be coming down off the hills onto the street, off to the street here. Right here, this yellow section is the Porter Ranch Town Center, and you can see they've got supermarkets like the Ralph's here. They have a Walmart store. They also have the YMCA here, the Northern Valley section of it. In-N-Out Burger, one of the famous burger places in Los Angeles, is right there as well. And to the east of that, to the east of Porter Ranch, to the west of Porter Ranch Drive, where the AMC Theater is right here, this would be the Vineyards. This is kind of a newer built outdoor shopping center where they have restaurants and shopping and movie theaters, as you see. So this whole section here has become very popular. It's kind of the place to go where you're going to need to do your dining and shopping. So again, Porter Ranch, northern portion of the San Fernando Valley. Pricing, medium price, single family home there for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house is going to be about $1,450,000, 2,800 square feet. And for a condo, 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,400 square feet, you're around $715,000. I am going to scroll out here because this is, we weren't talking about this area a whole lot. This is the San Fernando Valley here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up real quick, a little bit of a tutorial for the San Fernando Valley. Circle Porter Ranch right there. And then the San Fernando Valley is pretty much, like this, all the way through here. That's a rough sketch, but that's the San Fernando Valley. So this is the big suburban area of Los Angeles. And this is the 405 freeway, as I mentioned. You keep continuing down here past that Getty, and you're going to drop into the West LA area that we had mentioned kind of at the start of this whole video, UCLA and whatnot. So these are these 5 safer neighborhoods according to niche.com. Again, this is not my list. I just went over showing you where these neighborhoods are and what can you expect when living there. If you want a little bit more detailed information about some of these neighborhoods specifically, check out my channel. You're going to see more information. You're going to see more information there. And of course, reach out to my team and I. We'd love to help. If you like seeing these videos and you want more, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to get notified, and tap that like button so you continue to see these videos about living in Los Angeles.